What's up, people? Today we're going to be talking about the give and go. The give and go is a great offensive strategy that can be used in all team passing sports. Today we're going to be gaining knowledge so it can help us be more successful as we transition from our keep away games to our ultimate football games in our throwing and catching unit. The give and go itself is when the passer is looking for an open receiver, and as soon as they are able to make a successful pass, they reposition themselves immediately to try to get open for another pass. Let's take another look at that same situation, but in a little bit faster time. As soon as they get rid of the ball, they need to move to get open. If they do not, they will lessen the chance of them having a successful give and go. This situation that we're looking at right now is a simple 2 versus 1, but you might also notice some opportunities like that present themselves when we're doing some 3 versus 2 situations where we have an extra offensive player. In the second situation, we're taking a look at what we will be looking at when we're in our ultimate games. We're going to have evenly matched games going on. Some 3 versus 3, some 4 versus 4. In this situation, we've got the red team on offense. And as they're working, those friends, and we've already talked about this, that are trying to get open, they're working so hard. They're changing pathways. They're doing lots of starts and stops. Anything to try to confuse those friends that are defending them. But as you can see, the blue team is doing an amazing job on defense. They are marking up their player. They are positioning themselves between the passer and also those receivers. So when we're working, they might have to create a new strategy. A person that you're going to see right now, number 3 on red, they're actually going to do something that might not sound like a good idea. They're going to actually get closer to the passer and also lose a little bit of ground, meaning get away from their end zone. But that created an open opportunity to get it to number 3. And as soon as that happens, number 1 is moving upfield to create another opportunity for a pass. And if you put those together, we've got another great example of the give and go. Let's take another look at this, but in a little bit faster time. When we're working and we have this situation, it is more difficult than that first example where we have an extra offensive player. But if that passer, as soon as they get rid of the ball, quickly as they can, move to a new space, they're going to have a successful give and go. The last opportunity that we're going to look for today as an opportunity to create a give and go is when an interception is happening and there's a turnover on who has the ball. So right now, when you're looking at these players, again, the blue team's doing an awesome job on defense. And since they're positioning themselves between the passer and the person they've marked up with, if you look at them as how close they are to their own end zone, you'll notice that the blue has a little bit of a head start on the red. And this is a great opportunity for the blue team if a turnover should occur, because even though that's just a step or two can create a lot of great passes, and they can have a lot more success. So as we're working, you'll notice that the blue, again, they're doing a great job on defense. This first opportunity that's going to happen is the number 1 player is going to be trying to pass the ball, but the blue team comes up and makes a great play. As soon as that happens, those friends that we were talking about having a little bit of a head start, number 3 starts to make their way upfield a little bit, and they create a little bit more space, and now even more space is created between 4 and their other player as well. Let's take another look at that, but in a little bit faster time. And before we finish today, I really want you to pay attention to the space that the 3-player and 4-player have on the blue team. They've got a ton of space, and if they're able to maintain this space away from their defenders downfield, they're going to create a scoring opportunity. Again, that is partially because of that little head start we talked about, but also the red team, as soon as that turnover happened, they had to switch gears and they had to transition from being on offense now onto defense. And when you combine those two things, that space is going to be created. Thank you for checking out the video, and I can't wait to see your give and goes in class.